what I want people to understand is martial arts, fitness, this is my art. This is what I love. I've been doing this since I was 12 years old. Designing, implementing, and coaching fitness and martial arts. Even when I was 12, I would go check a book out at the library, and I'd come home and I'd find friends to practice with. Karate, taekwondo, aikido, just whatever. We'd go check out a book and we'd go back out and we'd go out in the yard and practice it. And I did it more than other people, so I could say, you know, this is how I express this movement. You know, and it works for me. Maybe it'll work for you, and I'm often successful with my movements. It's the same with fitness. You know, fitness is how I express myself in life, and I want to share it with people. And you'll get people just want to show up and just be like, you know, I'm not feeling it today. Well, you know, when we come here, we feel it every day because we're trying to express ourselves as human beings and live strong, you know. And when you come around all humdrum and it's like your work gets sloppy, right? You come in, say for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, you come in to practice Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and you're like, oh, I'm just here to just like kind of, you know, like escape life. Like, no, we're here to live life. And then when you leave the gym, I can't have you come in the gym and being all humdrum and having humdrum jiu-jitsu. Maybe you're not competing, right? But maybe you get in a fight and you've got humdrum jiu-jitsu and you train at my gym, right? Now, I've got humdrum jiu-jitsu, not just you. I have humdrum jiu-jitsu. And I'm not trying to do that, man. I'm trying to have good jiu-jitsu. I'm trying to have good jiu-jitsu. I'm trying to have good business. I'm trying to have good friendships. Part of good friendships is coming around and boosting people up. So you don't come around all humdrum if you're going to be a good friend. You come around and you boost your friends up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When we're not here to escape life, we're here to live life. That's like a big thing. Again, they come around all humdrum because they got stuff going on at home and they think jiu-jitsu is going to save their life for an hour, you know, but they don't take the principles out into the world, which is where jiu-jitsu will really save your life, out in the world. And if you go use jiu-jitsu out in the world, you're not going to come to practice humdrum. You're going to come to the practices with vigor and spirit. And that's what I'm looking for. I want people with vigor and spirit in my life. I want people out to get it, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Like vitality. And Centralia and Chehalis need some vitality, you know? If I let all these people that want to come around with, you know, slouch shoulders and drink over the weekend come in and influence, you know, that has influence. What is somebody who goes out and drinks every weekend going to come in and talk about? How they drank all weekend, and their buddies drink all weekend, and they got this other buddy who drinks all weekend who's also interested in showing up to gym, you know? It's like, no. I want people who go out and represent their best selves on the weekend, and if we're honest, drinking and getting plowed is not in anybody's best interest. And that's not judgmental, that's just truth.
Earlier you said you use jiu-jitsu in life. What necessarily do you mean by that?
Well, you know, I say it over and over again. When you go into, say, like a Shark Tank, or even with me and me and my son, Deontay here holding the camera, him and I will roll for 2 hours straight, trying to get submissions, keeping a nice flow like we like to do, because I don't want to hurt my son and he doesn't want to hurt his father, but we're really trying to get a submission. A lot of people will stress out about like their son trying to choke them unconscious, and a lot of sons would stress out about their father trying to choke them unconscious. So if you can deal with your father trying to choke you unconscious, and you go out in the world, what else is there to worry about? You know what I'm saying? Like, everything tied to that. Or let's say you have a Shark Tank, you have 10 people, all who want to choke you unconscious, right? 250-pound dude, 115-pound dude, all trying to choke you unconscious. And the 250-pound dude you rolled with before the 115-pound dude. And so this 115-pound dude is whooping you up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And how are you going to handle that? Well, you're going to be calm. You're going to be relaxed. And even with the 250-pound dude, you're going to be calm. You're going to relax. You're going to practice jujitsu. And then when the 115-pound dude is the same. And you take that into life. You're in the grocery line and things are taking too long. You don't have to freak out. If you think to earlier, maybe you just left gym. Imagine you just left gym and you went through all that, and now you're in the grocery line complaining or grouchy because this lady may be taking too long in your eyes. It's ridiculous. You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, that. Like, imagine all the implications of that. So you have this monster, right? This 250-pound monster trying to choke you unconscious, and you make it. Maybe even at one point he did choke you unconscious, and you're still alive, right? And that whatever mental thing you got to go through for that, and now you got this little scrawny puke, you know, who you think you should be able to whoop easily, but it's jujitsu. And so you got to deal with that and all the ego involved in both of those things. And so you should take that out into the world. And just thinking one move ahead. Footwork. Let's keep the grocery store scenario. You're not bumping your elbows, you're not bumping your knees, you're sliding through the crowd because you see all the angles coming, because you're calm from jiu-jitsu. You know? And conversational jiu-jitsu. You know, it's another. They say jiu-jitsu is a conversation. We act like that can only mean one thing. Well, then a conversation could be jiu-jitsu. There's always two sides of the coin.
Yeah.
And so you can get good at jiu-jitsu, and you could, you know, maybe someone is attacking you verbally or mentally. You know, they're trying to be tricky and witty, and they're attacking you, and you just you see it, but you're not emotional about it.
Speaking of that, I just read this book, and in this meeting, these two people are meeting, and this one guy, he's the mayor of the town, and there's a stranger in his town meeting with them to speak of danger, but it's wary of the mayor because it can tell that the mayor would use the danger to try to seize power instead of protect his people. Well, the mayor sees that the stranger isn't telling all of what he knows, so in the book it explains that he's like thinking to himself that he's going to goad the stranger to try to get more information out of him. So he starts to he shoots sly insults, very hidden veil by a thin veil at the stranger, trying to anger him and either get him to give him information or send him off so he can lock him up in the town cells. But the stranger is able to pretty much use conversational jiu-jitsu, his techniques, to not only not give out the information he wanted to keep from the mayor because of what he feared the mayor would do with it, but also not to end up in jail and still get his tasks that he set out to accomplish accomplished.
Yes. And that is a perfect way to wrap this up. That's who I want to roll with. You
Yeah.